And welcome back to Atreyu News. It is now Monday, May 1st. Bombshell report just revealed a second Supreme Court vacancy incoming. If you think President Trump should appoint another conservative to the Supreme Court, please like. It is now being reported that Justice Anthony Kennedy, who is 80 years old, is seriously considering retiring from the Supreme Court, which would make way for another pick for President Trump. The Politico Insider reported President Donald J. Trump's nomination of Judge Neil Gorsuch to replace the late Justice Antonin Scalia on the Supreme Court was one of the most contentious nominations in United States history. Gorsuch's nomination resulted in Democrats engaging in the first partisan filibuster of a Supreme Court justice, although their filibuster failed to stop Gorsuch from taking the bench. Even though the Democrats were behind him 100% a decade ago, obviously they wanted to pull that stunt because it's Trump, right? They're never going to agree with anything he has to say. I'm surprised they even agreed on the budget. Of course, I guess not overly surprised, considering the wall wasn't even in there. Now that Gorsuch is officially a member of the Supreme Court, political pundits have been speculating as to which justice will likely vacate the bench next. Senator Chuck Grassley even boldly predicted that a vacancy will occur as soon as this year, stunning many in the political class. Well, it is now being reported that conservatives are preparing for Justice Anthony Kennedy, who is 80 years old and served on the Supreme Court since 1988, to retire this year. Wow, that's a long time to be on there. From CNN, friends and associates believe Kennedy is seriously considering retirement. In general, the burdens of age and demands at the court weigh in one direction, his deep interest and leading role. In America's constitutional democracy weigh in on the other. The question appears not to be whether Kennedy will retire soon, but when, at the end of this June or next. In response to a request from CNN, Kennedy, a 1988 appointee of the Republican President Ronald Reagan, declined to comment on his retirement plans. He also declined to respond to questions related to any private meeting with anyone from the Trump administration. Unlike Justice Gorsuch, who replaced a fellow conservative, Antonin Scalia, on the bench, Justice Kennedy is seen as the swing vote on the court, and his retirement could significantly alter the court's political balance. Now, when it comes to age and psychosis, it appears that once you get to, the mid-70s to early 80s, you really start to slip. Now, that theory of mine has been sent for a spin based on the fact that Trump is 70 years old, and you'd never guess it. But we'll see what happens. That would be great if Trump did get to choose a few more Supreme Courts to sway the opinion back to the Constitution. Berkeley leftists can't understand why Trump supporters stand up for free speech. It should be good. Free speech not allowed. Ugh. Nice face. Let's take a listen.
Why do you feel the need to come to Berkeley? Most of the people at this Trump supporter thing, whatever this is, free speech debate, whatever, why you're coming from Montana, Houston,
I'm a California resident. I'm allowed to be anywhere in the United States.
Why are you coming
Why?
here?
Because I have a right to be wherever I want. Because I have the right. No, I have the right to be wherever I want. I can protest wherever the fuck I want. I can protest because I can. Because I can. Why? Because I can. Because let me answer. Will you let me fucking answer?
This used to be the free speech capital of the United States. And we are here to protect the First Amendment.
Yes.
I don't care your political ideology, whether you're a leftist, a liberal, a conservative. I don't even give a shit about those terms. What I care about is that we're all true Americans, and obviously we all have some very strong beliefs.
Go ahead.
Right? So we as a movement, regardless of your political ideology, can come here right now and represent our interests and have a debate. So I do appreciate you for saying how you feel.
Okay, we'd love to hear.
I apologize to all of you guys, but I love your sticker.
Dude, what? My man, hey, let's shake hands. This is what it's about.
Yeah!
Woo! We share commonalities. Commonalities.
I want to say that I like your sticker. Maybe not your views, but I like your sticker. It's
you know
cool.
what?
That's funny. Why come to Berkeley? Why come to Berkeley? She doesn't even know her history of Berkeley. That this free speech war took place before. Except the left was on the side of the right. Fascinating. College displays painting by professor of a decapitated President Trump. So, we see more product of what the state's educational system would produce. Both parents are working for families now, so that people can afford just the basic necessities of life, so that the state would educate your child. And once that occurs and the child is brainwashed, this is what happens. A college professor's painting of a decapitated President Trump is on display. Now he says he fears for his life. What an idiot. DiamondandSilk.com reports a dramatic painting of a Captain America actor Chris Evans holding the severed head of President Donald Trump by a University of Alaska Anchorage professor has exposed the academician to serious threats and hate mail. The artist, an assistant professor of painting, Thomas Chung, has had to request a police escort for fear of his life. Well, what in the hell was he thinking? In his exact words, the school was receiving calls from people trying to find out what classroom I taught in. That's when it seemed like we needed some kind of security. I have had a police escort taking me to and from class and standing outside of the classroom, so my students and myself are safe. That's my biggest concern. The police department of the University of Alaska is alarmed and offers escorts to anyone that seeks extra protection or additional police presence. The painting by Thomas Chung was part of the art show in the Camera Gallery of the University of Alaska and has been on display for more than 4 weeks. Disgusting. Look at this garbage. What an idiot. So now our taxpayers have to protect a treasonous piece of crap. Great. Just great.